So there's a couple of different routes here that the Liberals could take to get this legislation ultimately passed. They could they could have opposition MPs vote in favor of the budget. They could have, if they just get 2 of those votes, that does it. There's also the possibility of abstentions, though. That is, MPs on the opposition benches decide that they are not going to vote so that they can avoid triggering an election without voting down the budget, without showing support for the budget. So a lot of focus there on the NDP. Will the NDP decide they're just not going to show up to vote on this, and all 7 MPs deciding to abstain? There are certain things in the budget that seem to be kind of directed to encourage the NDP to support it. A couple of kind of pet projects, really, including a Filipino community center in the Vancouver area riding of the interim leader, Don Davies. That was an idea that came together, after that horrific attack earlier this year, the vehicle ramming attack. There's a few other things in there, little Easter eggs, you might call them, that might compel the NDP to either vote in favor of it or to sit out the vote altogether. And that's not to say the NDP will vote as a monolith. But we look at the other 2 parties. Elizabeth May says she's not going to vote for it. She's going to use her 1 vote to oppose it unless something can be negotiated in the final hours. And we are now into the final hours. So possibly there's a conversation going on between the Liberal House Leader, Steve McKinnon's office, and Liz May about this, whether they can bring her on side. The Bloc Québécois have all said no, they are not going to support this budget. They are all going to show up. All their MPs are going to show up and vote against it. And Pierre Poilievre has said all his MPs who vote are also going to oppose it. But crucially, is there a possibility that some of those Conservative MPs don't show up? Keeping in mind that there was amendments made to the budget legislation last week, and there was votes on those. Those votes by a decision by the Liberal government to make those into confidence matters. That means if the Liberals had lost those votes, the government would have fallen. And in both cases, a certain number of Conservative MPs didn't vote. On the first one, 4 Conservative MPs, including Matt Genereux, who was the subject of a lot of speculation about him crossing the floor following D'Entremont last week, but then he decided that he was going to instead quit politics altogether, but not until the spring. He did not vote on those amendments on Thursday. So we'll see whether or not he does vote this time.